Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Craig.
I'm Mel.
And you're with Lovindisworld, and we're here for our second day at Epcot to enjoy the Food and Wine Festival. I know in the previous video we stopped somewhere around France. So the goal today is to try some food between France, Canada, and some of the miscellaneous booths that aren't actually at World Showcase. So we can't wait to go try some more great food and let you know how it is.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's eat our way around the world.
So after the World Showcase, there's kind of a big break between pavilions. The next one up is Canada. So let's go see what Canada has. So we have the cheddar bacon soup and the filet mignon. And this is the cheddar bacon soup from Canada, which Mel's gonna give a try.
So I've been excited to try this soup. We've gone to Le Cellier a couple of times and I've always wanted to try their cheddar soup and I just never pulled the trigger on it, so here we go. Nice and thick. That's really tasty. You can really taste the bacon in there. It's a really thick soup, so really good. But we gotta try this pretzel roll.
Oh yeah.
And of course, I'm gonna dump it in the soup.
Yeah, you have to dip it.
It's really salty. The soup, that is. The bread's nice and soft, and there's no salt on it, so that helps balance out the salty soup.
Now which is better?
Tasty.
Just the soup or with the dip?
That's a tough one. Probably dipping it.
Oh, nice.
So we're gonna keep doing that. So I finished all the soup, as you can tell, and I just want to say that it was nice. There were big chunks of bacon all the way through to the bottom. The bread was soft all the way through, and it was a very tasty dish, and I highly would recommend it. Just not on a hot Florida day.
And right down from the Canada booth is the citrus blossom. Looks like they have a lobster tail and a crispy citrus chicken. This is also where you can get your souvenir orange bird cups. So just for reference, that is what the orange bird souvenir cups will look like. And that is here at the Citrus Blossom. Now you do not have to get your slushy or shake inside there if you don't want to, but if you want the orange bird cup, it looks like it'll be about $15. So I got the lobster tail from the Citrus Blossom. First impressions, you know, you're only paying like $8 for a lobster tail, which is cheap. But you're not really getting a lobster tail. It looks more like a shrimp tail than a lobster tail. But like I said, you got to temper your expectations because you are getting a lobster tail at the Food and Wine Festival. It is just very, very small. So we'll see if we can try to get some of it out here. So I had to put up a really big fight to get the lobster out of the shell. It did not want to come out. I seem to have gotten it all out in one bite-sized piece. Very big bite size, but we'll give it a shot, see how it goes. So that was really good. I would have preferred if it was a little warmer. But once again, you gotta kind of temper your expectations as they get the food prepared. They have it sitting out a little bit, so it's kind of cool. But you really get a good flavor of lemon and the butter. Overall, it was a good bite. It really was. Once again, would have preferred something a little bigger, a little warmer, but overall, it was a good choice, and I can see why it's so popular. How are you enjoying the Food and Wine Festival? Good. So the next booth, as you continue on your way past Citrus Blossom, is Hawaii. The big ticket item here is the Kahlua pork slider. Very, very popular. And there is the Hawaii booth. All right, let's get in line and get something. So here is the Kahlua pork slider from Hawaii. It looks good, but one thing I will note is the bottom of the bun is going to be incredibly soggy from the juice that they have it sitting in. So it could be a little hard to eat. Let's find out.
So you were right. The whole bottom is nothing but liquid, and there's not much bun there. But we're still going to give it a try. The crunchiness of the pineapple with the pork and the barbecue sauce on it. I'm not sure what liquid is dripping out. I'm going to guess that that is the pineapple. But it's pretty tasty. You get a little bit of a spicy kick to it. I think it's whatever mayonnaise that they have on here.
Yeah, they have a spicy mayonnaise on there.
If you like a little bit of a heat to it, it's definitely tasty. So there's a lot of different flavors going on in this, which is nice. It's not just one flat flavor. So if you get one that is not completely soggy, it's definitely a tasty bite, but you might need a fork in order to eat it.
So I'm gonna give this a try. I'm a little nervous because if there's one thing I really dislike, it is soggy bread. I don't like soggy bread on a sandwich, but we'll give it a try anyway. Yeah, I agree with everything Mel had to say. It definitely is full of flavor. The pork itself is really good. So really having a tough time with the soggy bread. So yeah, if you're fortunate enough to get one that hasn't been like sitting in this liquid, you will probably really like it. It does have that spicy kick, but the sweetness of the pineapple does balance it out. I would recommend it, just make sure you grab a fork. As we got down to the bottom, you can actually see the bread and see how soggy it is. So if you're really not a fan of soggy bread like myself, I would probably avoid it, but if that doesn't bother you, go ahead, have at it. It's not a bad option. Right after Hawaii, basically directly behind it is Shimmering Sips. Looks like this started at 2018 Food and Wine Festival. Let's see what they have to offer. So it looks like soft serve strawberry, banana bread, and then a wide variety of drinks. So this is the plant-based banana bread. Comes with a berry compote. Mel's not a big fan of the berry compote, so I asked her to get it on the side. Instead of putting it aside, they just put it in a brand new plate. So I guess that's really on the side. So let's give this thing a try and see what you think.
So it looks like there's some graham cracker here on the top. So I want to get a bite of that. It's kind of chewy. It kind of has a molasses consistency to it. It's really good, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. You get a lot of banana flavor. Like I said, it has kind of a hint of a molasses taste to it. And then this graham cracker crust gives it a little extra sweet kick. It's really tasty. So it's not your normal banana bread flavor, at least what I've been used to personally, but I really like it. You can see it's a little thick inside there. I'm not sure of all the ingredients that they have in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But this is really tasty. And this is just a hint of chilled whipped cream, so it's refreshing after you've been halfway around the world.
All right, so I saw her reaction. I figured now I have to try it. You know, you're right. It actually does taste just like a molasses cookie. Wow, I mean, it really just tastes like a molasses cookie. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Much better than I expected it to be.
You want to try the berry compote?
I mean, I can try the berry compote. Let's try the berry compote. Well, it's definitely blueberry in there. and it looks like raspberry and some strawberry, so it looks like they have all the berries covered in the berry compote. You know, that isn't bad. It isn't bad. It isn't bad. It probably would be pretty good on top of the banana bread. By itself, though, it isn't bad. I get a lot of the raspberry and I believe even blackberry. Don't visually see any blackberry, but you get a taste of the blackberry. So yeah, not bad.
So he's going to do it. He will put the berry compote on the banana bread.
Not terrible. I think I might actually prefer them separate than together. Just an odd texture of food altogether. You know, you have the thickness of the banana bread, and then the mashup of the berry compote with the whipped cream. It's just a lot of different textures. So I don't know if I like it all together as much as I do apart. So I decided to get one of the tropical mimosas to give that a try. I've never really had a mimosa, but this has pineapple and guava juice and orange juice and sparkling wine, so I figured, let's give it a try. It's not terrible. It is pretty refreshing. Really get a strong taste of the guava juice. So if you're not a guava juice fan, you probably want to sit this one out. But if you like guava juice, then it's definitely a winner.
Okay, so I'll give this a shot. I will admit I don't drink alcohol very often, just by choice. That's not a favorite flavor of mine, but you said it had some great sounding fruit in it, so I thought I'd give it a try. It really doesn't taste like much to me, just kind of little bubblies on my tongue, but I don't really taste the separate fruits that you mentioned, so I'm not sure if it's just my taste buds because it's not something I drink very often, or if it really tastes that way. So it's just an average for me.
The next stop along the way is Islands of the Caribbean. Gotta be honest, there's nothing that's really jumping out at either of us. So I think we're going to actually pass this one by and continue on our journey. So the next stand along the way is Earth Eats. This is actually in location between the islands of the Caribbean and Mexico. Let's go check out their menu. Here is the menu at Earth Eats. Alright, so that is the Impossible Burger slider with some kind of a slaw and wasabi cream. So Mel's gonna give this a try.
So looking on there, that's the slaw. And then I'm assuming that's the wasabi down there.
Correct.
Okay. Is it? I've never had an Impossible Burger, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Alright, let's give this a go. Has a very green flavor to it. Of course, the wasabi gives you a little kick, but you can definitely taste the slaw that's on it. That's a main flavor that I get, so it's kind of a coleslaw flavor with a little spicy kick at the end. It's kind of refreshing. It's not bad. But again, I've never had an Impossible Burger or wasabi. Let's just say that. But let's take another bite. Definitely interesting flavors. You can tell that the burger is really seasoned. There's a lot of different flavors on it. It's kind of salty. I'm not sure if I would get this again. Maybe if it didn't have the wasabi on the bottom, that little hot kick on your tongue. It's just average for me.
So now it's my turn to give the Impossible Burger a try. you're definitely right about the kick that the wasabi gives it. Other than that, that's basically the only flavor that I am personally getting. I think it just kind of overpowers everything else. I don't think it's bad, but it's not my favorite. The next stop along the way is Mexico. We actually have dining reservations at La Hacienda, so we're probably going to skip out on Mexico for the Food and Wine Festival. So at this point, we've actually eaten at most locations around the world between the 2 days, but we're going to continue walking around and maybe try something for a second time or try something at a place that we hadn't stopped at before. So we'll keep on going and see what we can find. As you can see, the park is actually getting pretty full as well. We have the Frozen Cavalcade directly in front of us, so we have our own theme music as we enter Mexico. But behind me, crowd is definitely picking up. Yes, you're reading that correctly. That is the end of the Frozen ride in China. You know it's a long line when it stretches through 2 countries and it's starting to rain. So right past China is the Alps food booth. When we were here the other day and filmed part 1 of the Food and Wine Festival, the Alps was not open. However, it is open today. And let's check out their menu. Definitely a cheese booth. So if you like cheese, this seems to be the place to be. Just past the Germany pavilion is the next kiosk, which you will see is the Spain kiosk. Really like the theming of this one. And here's the menu for the Spain booth. So what, that paella sounds really good. So a snack I have to get every time at World Showcase, it's not really food and wine related, but it's the kakagori or the shaved ice. So I got some of that. I found a nice little spot here at the American Pavilion. So I'm gonna eat that and just enjoy it. So there is how much is left of it. It's basically just shaved ice with a flavoring. You have blueberry, cherry, strawberry, tangerine, or rainbow, which is like a mixture of all the colors. And then I usually pay a little extra to have the sweet milk topping on it as well. It adds a little bit of extra flavor. It is delicious. So we stopped at Brazil along the way to try the Brazilian cheese bread. Mel's gonna give this a try.
So we didn't stop here the last trip around. We were too full when we got to this side of the world. So I figured, you know what, let's give it a try. Even though I'm a little full from the food we had earlier, it looks delicious. That is good. Look at all the cheese inside. It's creamy. That's interesting. It's very light and flaky on the outside. But it's not a very strong cheese taste. So if you're not a huge cheese fan, I don't think you'd be turned off of this because it just kind of is a soft and fluffy inside. It's pretty good. It seems like it would be really filling. If you were hungry and looking for something to, you know, hold you over between meals, this might be a good option. So it's definitely interesting, and I probably wouldn't have tried it any other time except for being at Epcot.
So we're back at the World Show place because of course we wanted to end on a good note. So the cake pop will be coming again. But first we stopped at the festival favorites booth and we got a Guinness Bailey's milkshake. Now we're both big fans of Bailey's. Put it together with a milkshake, sounded great. Let's taste it and see what we think. So it looks really good, especially with this chocolate on top. Cannot wait to try it. Wow, It's a lot stronger than I expected it to be. I guess I would be considered a lightweight, but it is good. You really taste the Baileys. Gets a lot of the Guinness flavor, but yet it's still got the sweetness from the chocolate. So it is good. It is really good.
Let's give this a drink. Doesn't taste like your normal Bailey's milkshake. It's not my favorite, I'm gonna be honest. You kind of get that Guinness aftertaste, so I guess it's not what I had expected it to be. If you do like Guinness and you like Bailey's, I would recommend it, but it's probably not my favorite drink that I've had here.
It's not as sweet as what you expected.
I would agree. I expected a little bit more sugary or chocolatey, and that doesn't really come across in it.
Yeah, it kind of gets drowned out, I think.
I would agree.
All right. So we couldn't end the 2020 Food and Wine Festival without another cake pop. I told you it was coming. Here it is, and I cannot wait to eat this. But I'm gonna take my time with it, make it last, because this is my last cake pop of 2020. Just as amazing as the ones before. This is an A+ dessert. So in addition, cake pop good. Guinness okay. If you put them together, not good. Don't do it. It's like good, not good. Don't put them together.
Just don't drink the milkshake after the cake pop. It is just a Guinness slushie.
No, it still doesn't work. Well, that wraps up our 2020 Food and Wine Festival. She's eating my cake pop.
Let's go.
Anyway, we hope you enjoyed our videos. Hope you found them to be very informative. You like seeing the different foods. You appreciated our take on the food. Hopefully we tried enough things for you. I must say today's food options, I don't think were as strong as the first days. We had a lot of items that were okay, not spectacular, that I probably would not get again and would have a tough time recommending. For example, I thought the Kahlua slider was okay,
But soggy.
but just too soggy to eat. It's just, that's not how a sandwich should be, where the whole bun is nothing but liquid. So that would be probably a pass for me. I know you like the
Banana bread.
Oh, the banana bread, yes, you enjoyed that. Had the tropical mimosa there, which I would probably pass on. We had the bacon soup,
That was pretty good.
which you enjoyed. I had the lobster tail from the citrus blossom, which was good, just really tiny and somewhat cold, but not bad. So all in all, it was a great day of food. It was a great festival. I think you need to get down here, check it out. It's going to be a blast. Hope you enjoyed both videos. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And as always, be on the lookout for new content, and we'll continue to show you why we are Lovindisworld. Again? All right, bye everyone.